Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experiences and memories that playing tabletop games with friends and families can create. Today we're going old school and playing classic card games. We're starting with Hearts. We'll see how quickly it goes. And we may play other games or we might just call it after Hearts. We'll see. We are playing to 50 points in this case. When I grew up, we always played to 100, but we want to just give an idea of the game and we want to chat a little bit, really. We don't want to have to focus too much.
Yeah, you've just been playing it wrong for years, Nathan. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
In case people don't know how to play Hearts, the main thing is the Hearts are bad. You don't want to do Hearts. Or the Queen of Spades.
Or
Queen
the
of
Queen of
Spades, 13 points. Everything.
Unless you get all of them.
Correct. She's typically called Shooting the Moon. If you do that, everybody else gets 26 points, because that's a total. There's 13 hearts and the 13 points for the Queen of Spades. And we always start with passing 3 cards. And I'm assuming he's going to do the pass to the left, pass to the right, then hold hand.
Yeah, I'm assuming, yep.
So we have to pick 3 cards to make other people very unhappy with.
That's right.
What am I going to give Nathan?
So, yeah, because I just gave my 3 cards to Evan. Evan will more than likely then be given to Nathan. Nathan will give them to me. Oh, Nathan.
And this is trick taking, so the highest card wins the trick. And you can only play other suits other than the lead if you are avoiding that suit.
Right. And then the 2 of clubs will always start. And so it looks like Evan had the 2 of clubs. And he has started us out on that. So looks like I can maybe win a trick, but a clean trick.
And
so
with a 3-player game, there should be a widow, which means those are cards that were taken out of the game that you win with your first hand.
They removed 2 of diamonds.
Yeah, it's up there at the top.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So that's a variant. There's definitely many, many versions of Hearts.
Like playing to 100.
I was going to say, it's like a lot of games, right? There's so many different versions. Rummy, Bridge, all of them.
The longer the game exists, the more variants there will be. Oh, I just saw what I was given. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm actually happy with what I got.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's lying.
So did anybody like grow up playing a lot of card games at home?
Oh yeah.
With the family?
Rummy mostly.
I was going to say Rummy was my family's big one as well.
Hearts and Ming were our big ones.
What was the other one?
Ming?
Oh, I don't know that one.
It is very obscure. Not surprised you haven't heard of it.
Okay.
It's been pretty much out of print its entire life. It's basically a westernized version of Mahjong.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's designed to be faster and to be fun without having to gamble.
But it is a card game?
Yes.
Okay.
On the opposite end of that, I did grow up playing a lot of Mahjong, so...
Yes, I have heard that. That is not a game I've ever played, but I did work for a period of time at a university archive facility in Pittsburgh, and there was a couple of ladies there who would play over lunch every once in a while. So I've seen people play, but I've never played.
So the hardest thing with that is, much like Hearts, there's many different types of Mahjong. So... Like, the version that I know could be completely different from the version that Nathan knows.
Right.
And some people take it very seriously.
All people lose fortunes and fingers.
I knew somebody
fingers.
I knew somebody who lost a child to Mahjong. So, it gets serious, very serious sometimes.
Sounds like
the Orient takes it very seriously. I saw what you did there, too, Nathan. You got me a point.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
You're welcome. Here, take some more points.
Oh, why are we throwing hearts out there, Nathan? Why are we doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we throwing hearts out? We don't need those.
Because I like being mean.
He's going to be that guy.
Yeah, he's going to be that guy.
Somebody has to be.
See, unfortunately for Nathan,
Ugh.
No,
That was
wouldn't be
unfortunately for me.
I'm not the one that got the points. That's what he was going for.
No. You can have that one.
Oh!
I'll take one. It's fine. I'm fine with that.
I feel like I'm going to get a whole bunch here in a second. That's what I'm worried about.
You can have that, Peter.
Oh, I'm not going to take that. Evan can have that all day long.
Oh!
I was feeding one of my fish tanks, and when I lifted my arm to put food into it, something went weird in my arm, or like my shoulder, and it's not good.
No. What happened?
I did this.
You did what now?
This.
Oh no! And you just like pinched a nerve or something?
Something.
Oh man!
It's been bothering me for a while now.
Oh no, Evan!
He's just making excuse why he's distracting and getting loose.
Neon.
No. You can have that.
No! You guys are the worst. I was worried about this. I was worried about this late game for sure. Oh, what? Why was there a whole? What just happened?
Because he won the rest.
Oh, okay. He just automatically.
Oh, it must be automatic.
It was
okay.
It automated it.
So
That's weird.
That was very weird. Also, I was like, what is happening right now?
So if I'm the worst, why do I have 0 points?
Yeah, shut up.
Because we played one hand.
Okay, yeah, true.
All right.
So I'm
So
giving
must choose 3 cards to pass to the right. All right, 3 cards to the right here.
Interesting. What did you give me?
Hey, Evan once again busting out the 2 of clubs to start us off.
Whether I want to or not.
Right?
Oh, that is very interesting. Ouch. I have some options here. Do I want to do that? That's going to be a
Nathan, you're thinking too hard for hearts.
Uh-huh.
He says, yeah, except that he's also, again, the one with no points so far.
Huh.
Nathan's over there thinking, can I shoot the moon this round? It's always a gutsy move going for it.
The best is when you do it almost accidentally, you know.
Oh, yeah, you just very easily, like, just move your way into it without meaning to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just
it
going
happens.
along. Like, oh,
look at that. Everyone
I got
else
most
gets
of
a whole
them. I
bunch
might
of
as well go
points.
for the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's some information there.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes a heart.
Oh,
I probably played
Yep.
this pretty bad. We'll see how it goes.
Well, there's another heart. I'm going to get that one. Yay.
Oh,
what's that, Nathan?
What happened, Nathan?
What's wrong, Nathan?
Did something happen? Yeah, it
Aw.
did. Yeah, it did.
Oh,
I shouldn't have chickened out.
That's where we would have seen like Nathan just kind of disappear from the table. Like, oh.
So there's a couple events coming up, right? There's the Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's end of the month.
Yeah, Hangout's coming up. CivCon's coming up. Library Game Day's not until the beginning of November. Lots of stuff coming up.
Yeah, I got Fallen at the beginning of November, same weekend as Library Game Day.
Mm.
Lots of good stuff coming up here pretty soon.
What one's coming up on Library Game Day? What was that?
Oh, I'll be in Lancaster for Fallen.
Oh, okay. What's that one all about? What's the
historical
the focus?
convention?
Okay.
Oh, that one's you, Peter.
Good to know. These last few might be. Yeah. Oh, okay, I didn't get those last two, but
So
Oh, Nathan, what happened?
Yeah.
You're not a 50 anymore.
I really should have gone for it. I don't know why I didn't. I had the 7 through Ace of Hearts, and then the 1 low heart, and everything else was low. But
all right, so no passing on this one. We're just starting off.
When I could pass my hand, I had 3 hearts, and that was it. I was like, you know what? I'm dumping them and keeping the queen. You should be able to dump it out.
Yeah, avoiding yourself in hearts is dangerous, though. You never know what you get. But then, because it's dangerous, a lot of people don't pass hearts.
That's why I figured I'd go for it.
Okay.
So, Peter, what was the last game you got to play in person?
Oh, in person. He had to add the caveat of in person.
In person.
Last game I got to play in person. That might have been Wormspan. I think might have been the last game that I got to play in person. So I played that with my wife and a friend of ours. We enjoyed it. It was an interesting kind of, I don't know, can't really even, I don't know if you call, what would you call it, a spin-off of Wingspan?
Reimagining?
Or a reimagining, yeah, maybe more of a reimagining. Really, I mean, I did really enjoy it, but it didn't scratch the itch enough for me to make me think, man, I gotta run out there and go pick this game up. We had borrowed it from a friend of ours who owned a copy. So, actually, no, wait, yeah, we borrowed it from James. That's who we borrowed it from. And so we took it and played it. We just played one game of it, but had a good time playing it. So,
Yeah, I think my how to play and review just went up, actually.
yeah, it did.
Let me ask you this, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
As the non-board game board game player your wife is, what did she think of Wormspan?
I think so. Her and our friend both felt pretty similar about it, and they both felt like it added, like it tried adding more complexity to the game, but they did not find that more fun. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the complexity that was added to the game did not make the game more enjoyable.
Yeah, well, I feel like it took the luck elements out and replaced it with strategic elements, and that in that sense it made it more complex, I think.
True. Well, I didn't want that. What is even happening?
You let me get rid of it, so I'm happy with that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Peter.
Seriously.
What happened? Were you mugged?
It felt like it. No.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah, take it, Evan. Did not want that. All right. So yes, that's the last game I played with anybody in person. What about you, Evan?
Last game. So my D&D group has been on hiatus for a little while, and we're actually getting to the point that we're able to come back. A friend of ours that played, he had a head injury, concussion. It took him a good while to recover from that. So it took him a little bit to get comfortable to start redoing some of that stuff. Well, another friend also started up a mushroom business and hasn't been able to come too. So a lot of things kind of working against it, but we're able to get back together, and we're going to introduce a new person in there to take place of the guy that's working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of a session where everyone can kind of, oh, you guys are the worst. A session where everyone can kind of get together, meet together, and kind of, get compatibilities, make sure everything's working. Because if somebody was trying to join, I didn't want to be the person to say, yeah, absolutely, by all means, just go ahead. But it's not just my game. So,
okay.
So we ended up meeting. Everyone kind of got together. It's basically 2 or 3 sets of friends kind of coming together for the first time in a long time. And we ended up playing Dragon's Gold because I figured that's a real good. Let's see how well we can kind of work together, but not really work together, and see if things kind of spiral out of control really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And none of that happened. It worked really well, so I felt very comfortable moving on to play. So
nice.
Dragon's Gold, is that the one where you have loot in the center and you have to negotiate for the distribution of the loot?
Yep, you kill the dragons to get the loot, and you got a minute to negotiate it out. And if you can't negotiate it out, it's gone forever.
Hmm. Okay, that turned out
look at
well
that.
for me.
I got to start. I think that was the first time I've started the game or the round.
I've played an interesting variant of this, where they pay the rules. If you hit exactly 50, you'd half your score, and same thing for if you hit exactly 100, you go down to 50 again. Which made the game longer, of course. But
yeah, for sure.
Definitely added a level of strategy where you might be trying to get points to hit exactly a certain number. There goes one for Peter.
Yeah.
No one's going for control. But I think it's Evan that I need to be... Evan is the one I need to be targeting. Oh, well, thank you, Set, for setting that up.
You're welcome.
There we go. Okay. Ooh, another one for Evan.
Oh, you guys are the worst. No. Yeah.
I'm quite liking this hand.
Yeah, you're like really doing a good job of splitting all. Evan must be getting all the rest
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
Yep, I couldn't get rid of any of the face cards I had in my hand, so...
Oh man, so now
I
there's
probably
just one point difference between me and Nathan at this point.
What?
Oh, I was way out.
Yeah, that was it. So Nathan,
okay.
you had 1 point, right? So like you won because you had 1 point more or less than me or whatever. You had 27, I had 26. Evan went out with -7. That was a close game in the end between me and Nathan.
Okay, so if I remember right, Rummy, you're trying to make sequences of 3 or triplets. And you can either draw from the top of the discard or draw from the top of the deck.
So you could take from the deck or you could take from the discard anywhere in the discard, but if you take from deeper in the discard, you have to take all the cards.
Yes, there's variants. Some of them, yeah, which is where I think the difference between Gin Rummy and Rummy is whether you have to take all of the discards if you're going to take more than the top, or some of them will say, okay, you can take that one onwards. But I have to draw from either the deck or take the 6. I will draw from the deck, I think. Okay, so you can also add 2 mills, so you can actually have more than 3.
Yeah, and anybody can do it.
Yes, you can add to other people. Which might work out for somebody. That's not a great card to discard, because if they happen to have the 5, they can pick them all up. Yeah, I'm not sure actually Rummy will let you take anything but the top one, based on what it's saying on the text. That might be Gin Rummy that allows you to take deeper in. Another good classic game is Rook. But with 3 players, you have to have a dummy player. And I'm not sure how well that would work in a virtual environment. I suppose it should be able to work fine. And so you were able to pick up the entire discard. Okay, good to know.
Yep.
Have either of you played Rook?
I have not.
I think of the classic games, it's the one that's, I think, least played. Of the very well-known classic games, at least.
I know John has played a lot of Rook.
Yeah, it's closer to, I guess, Bridge, where you start off by bidding how many tricks you think you're going to take.
That was one thing I never got to learn really with spades, was trying to figure that out.
It can be tricky. I don't like Bridge as much because Bridge is all about, well, with the high-level players, it becomes all about the coded language, which I really hate. Where it's like, okay, you're not allowed to say what's in your hand, but you could say what's in your hand by using specific phrases. And that just feels like cheating to me.
Not that we ever cheat in card games, Peter.
No, we would never break the rules of the game. Who would even think of such a thing?
Exactly. So, do you all have a game in your collection that you are excited to play and just haven't yet? Take a minute to think about that.
Take a minute, Nathan. Yeah, right.
Do you want the list?
No, if you could choose one of them right now and play it, which one would it be? I'll make you choose your favorite child. Go for it.
Maybe Destinies, which is like a story-driven kind of exploration game, I guess. It's not as overwrought as Seventh Continent, though. And what is Peter's? Or, well, maybe Evan should answer since Peter's taking his turn.
So over there right now, I think the two that really stick out for me is either My Father's Work or Abomination.
Ah.
I know that might seem very grim, but...
Yeah, I played Abomination. I liked it. It's... doesn't feel as grim when you're actually playing it, to me at least. It can feel a little mechanical though at times, but it's still a solid game.
How about you, Peter?
So if I'm going with a board game that I own and I haven't played yet and really want to play, this is probably more because, not that I'm expecting it to be like an earth-shattering great game, but it is based on one of my all-time favorite films. I really want to play Rear Window. It's a Funko game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so, like, I'm not expecting it to be amazing, but I really love that movie. And so I'm interested to see how well the game makes me feel like it's related to the film, right? So I'm interested in that one. But if I'm not just relegating myself to board games and I'm also throwing in role-playing games, I still have not played and really would love to play the Lord of the Rings role-playing game from Free League. That's one that I've read through some of the books and even did some videos about like just how the game is played, but I have not yet played the game, and that frustrates me because I really want to. So yeah, so those are my two, one board game, one role playing game.
You got the copy that I passed on of Rear Window, right? Or
no, I ended up getting a really good deal on maybe like Black Friday or something last year on Amazon.
I also really love the theme and the movie.
Okay. Obviously, though, not enough to hold on to it.
Right. I enjoyed the theme when I was playing the game.
Okay.
I didn't feel like the game itself was strong enough, though.
Yeah, that's understandable, and that's about how I'm assuming I will feel about it.
Wasn't this supposed to, if I remember right, did you say it, Nathan, or did I read it somewhere that it drew parallels to, like, Mysterium?
I don't think
like just in like gameplay.
It makes sense. I don't believe I said that, but yeah, I can see that. I mean, the whole point is you have a kind of person in charge that's trying to be the mystery person, try to give hints, but not too strong of hints.
Because overall, it's supposed to be a cooperative game, correct? Semi-cooperative.
It's sort of a one versus many, but...
Oh, is it? Okay. All
sort
right.
of. It's also does have the thing is like, okay, the person running it, okay, do you really make it hard or you want to make it fun for people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to do that.
I keep mixing up in how they have this laid out with what my hand is and what the discard is.
Oh.
Like, I look as like, oh, I could do that on my turn. No, I can't, because that's not the card.
So if I remember right, in this, endgame is triggered when someone's out of cards, but you actually get points for all the cards you played.
Yes, correct. So if you look on the scores right now, I've got 60 points for what I've laid down. Nathan's got 39. Evan's got 25. But cards in hand will deduct from that score.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Evan has... Oh, look at him. Look at him playing all the twos.
Not that it's super helping me right now.
Play something useful for me.
I'll put that king back out there.
Well, that wasn't useful for me either, so...
Well, it wasn't useful for me either, so he can live out there.
He can just live out there.
Now, I believe if you pick up, you have to be able to play what you picked up from the discard.
If you only if you pick up more than a single card. If you pick up just the single card, you don't have to play that one. At least that is my understanding of the rule, unless this is a different version.
Which again, there are many different versions. So
yeah, but the version I always grew up with was if you just pick up the top card off the discard pile, you're fine. But as soon as you start going inwards, then whatever is the last card inward, you have to play that one.
This is probably bad, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, do it. Take them all. Yes, that's what we like to see. Yes. We always want to see Nathan with lots of cards in his hand.
You know what this means? It means you have to go out, Peter.
I would love to be able to go out right now. If I remember correctly, though, you also have to go out on a discard. You can't go out by playing a meld, a run, or a set. You have to go out with a discard.
Yeah, otherwise you're floating and you're waiting.
Right.
Now you guys have to try to remember what's in my hand so you don't feed into it.
No, I don't care.
Oh, that put me in the lead too, though.
Yeah, points-wise, you just definitely jumped into the lead.
But you're holding a lot of points right now, too.
Yes. For now.
That must be another difference here with this one. It must be counting cards as their face value, their number value. Because in the rummy that I always played, it was always numbered cards were 5, face cards were 10, and the ace was 15.
Yeah, I've definitely played both variants.
Okay.
Do it right now, Peter. Go out.
I would love nothing more, but I sadly cannot.
Oh, I read the rule just down below. As long as you go out with a discard, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Let's see if Peter discards something I can use.
I'm trying to discard right now, but there it goes. Took it a second.
Oh, guess what I'm doing?
Well, I think you're taking the one that Evan laid down.
Yep. And I'm noting that. Whoops, I wrote that to there. And then...
Oh, man.
I will get rid of that.
No.
Look at that!
He's got a nice big lead right now.
I blame Peter.
I would too. That's usually who I blame.
Not usually big on playing, ancient games, but there's a reason why these games are still around. I mean, they're pretty solid games. They can be. It'd be nice to have theme to it, but you can't ask so much from a game that's how many hundreds of years old. Nobody's made the mistake of discarding something that could be just immediately melted yet. Ooh.
No, but maybe
Usually
you drew
that
something you can.
That mistake usually happens about like the third or fourth hand in. I think people are starting to not pay attention as much.
Right.
And you said we have to be able to discard to go out, right?
Yes, you have to be able to discard to go out.
I'm not asking for any specific reason.
No, wouldn't think of it. Oh.
I could have melded it too. Okay.
Alright, so let's see here. Hand value was 4, so I got -4 there. So that wasn't too terrible in the negatives, but Nathan with 115 on the first hand. That's big.
Yep.
Real big. Almost halfway to winning.
And these are the games, too. Sometimes you get big points, and other times it's a hand of 25.
Oh, yeah, right?
So we're going to 250, huh?
Yeah, 250. I literally still get people who come into the library who borrow books about these games.
Mm-hmm.
They come in. Specifically, I think the big one that we get asked for a lot is Bridge. That seems to be one that is fairly popular still. But yeah, I get people coming in asking for books about the classic card games on a semi-regular basis. So
I do remember having that Hoyle's book of card games that had like 200 hard card games and just trying to go through them all. When I was young. There's some weird old card games out there. Have you guys played OHAC?
I have not, no.
Nope.
So that one's an interesting one where, like, it's sort of a standard trick taking in that, like, okay, you're gonna bid how many tricks you're gonna take, but the first round, everybody only starts with one card, and then you keep every round you increase the number of cards until you max it out, and then you go back down. And so each time you're bidding on how many tricks you think you could take based on what you have and what you think is actually in the game. It might be on here. We could.
I am not drawing anything worth a poo. Here's one. Of the many classic board games that there is out there, what's one that you have not played yet, but probably should have at this point? This might take you a while, Nathan.
Okay, say that again, though.
Of the classic board games that are out there, however you define that, that's on you.
Yeah.
What is a game that you haven't played yet, but you probably should have? I'll go with mine. I have yet to play Agricola.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I've never played it either.
Have you played any of the follow-up ones, Caverna or Feast for Odin?
Nope.
So just not a... Have you played any Uwe?
I know I have played games that feed the people.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm possibly.
I mean, he has some light ones as well. He did the Patchwork. Yeah, Patchwork.
I played Patchwork.
Yeah. I've played Patchwork and I hate it with a passion.
Oh, wow.
I always end up with like negative points. I'm awful. I for some reason cannot do that game.
Button economy is not your thing.
Nope. Apparently not.
I mean, I have some classic games in my collection that I haven't played yet. I mean, Brazil. But, I mean, a true classic one, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, a lot of the classic ones, it sounds really, really cool, and then I end up being disappointed by them when I actually play them.
This is where Nathan drops a bombshell on us and be like, I haven't played Ticket to Ride or something like that. Peter just took the pile.
I played Ticket to Ride 2 or 3 times, probably 3 or 4 actually, but I never really got into it, never liked it too much.
I thought it was great at the time, way back then, but then I'm like...
Yeah. Oh, Ink and Gold is one I've always wanted to play.
What?
It's a push your luck game. You diving into a cavern and I think you're drawing cards and trying not to get too many of the bad curse cards or something along that lines.
So how about you, Peter? What's a classic game other than Agricola?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I guess, like, what are we obviously, what are we considering a classic game? So you said Agricola. Agricola's been around for how long? Let's see here. Only 2007. So is the age of the game what is making it classic, or is it's a good older game? One that people talk about in my sphere of gaming that I never played, and this is an older one. I never played Axis and Allies.
Okay.
That was not a game that was ever... Risk was a game that was played, but never Axis and Allies. My understanding, obviously, is that was a much more... My understanding was it was a much more complicated game, but I don't know if that's true or not since I've never played it.
Compared to Risk, yes.
So, add combat values to your pieces.
Okay.
Add a tech tree, and that's what you got.
And that's what you got. Okay.
And a map that actually makes more sense with its connections.
There's a classic game I played once, and I can only vaguely remember it. That I think I enjoyed it. It was called StarCraft. And I want to play it again. And like now that I've actually played a lot of games, to see if it really is any good.
Good luck finding a copy of it.
Yeah.
It is a grail game for many.
Really?
Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
Copies come up. There was one expansion for it, and usually when they go in the secondary market, it's usually both of them together, and there's usually 300 to 400 for it.
Oh my gosh!
And they made it. There was a Warcraft one as well, I think.
John actually has that one.
Ah. So that might be one to put on the docket next time I visit. Once I prove to Evan I exist in real life.
Right. Good luck.
Well, I already figured out how I'm going to defeat Nathan about this. I'm going to put a captcha up and watch him fail miserably.
Oh yeah, I usually fail those.
See? Robot.
No, I usually fail them because I don't like using the standard web browsers. And
yeah, robot. It's fine.
Doesn't like my web browser.
What I heard is my iBrowser doesn't compute with...
Ooh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh, look at him go. He's going to play so many cards.
Oh, but Evan's doing pretty well this round.
Wondering if he's about to go out.
That would be a shame if I did. A shame for Nathan.
Oh, I would have went out with that 7.
Oh man, that was painful. I still had so many cards in my hand.
Okay, I didn't get a lot of points this time.
No, but you're still in the lead.
Yep.
All right.
Got a lot of negative points from my hand this time. Or a fair amount. Would have went way down if I had one more turn. In fact, I would have went out. So what is it you don't like about Evan since he's not here?
Oh, he's just the absolute worst. He's too kind. No.
Except when he's feeding you the Queen of Spades?
I still can't believe though that he hasn't actually hasn't met you yet.
Yeah.
You guys have known each other now for years. When was the last time you were down here though? Other than just like you're down here sometimes, but you're just really here to see James and his family.
Yeah.
Because really it's not to see James. I know it's to see the nieces, so.
Yeah. Last time I was down here, down in Pennsylvania, was 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay. So it's not been super recent, but.
And that ended up being a relatively short trip. I tried to go downtown and visit people. I think you were not at work that day, and Dan was not at work.
Oh, really? Well, that stinks.
And I don't know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I'm trying to remember when was the last time I saw you.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit. I think it might have been a time that you all were in, you and your parents, and we played Blood Rage with you and your dad.
Yes.
And that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. But again, that's been a bit. Yeah, I mean it was before COVID, so.
The time before.
How long have you been on the channel, Evan? I know you weren't here. You weren't. It's been less than 5 years for sure, but it's been a few years.
Yeah. The fall convention SibCon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have been the SibCon that got canceled.
That got canceled due to COVID, or the one that was online?
No, it was CauseCon that got canceled in the spring.
Correct, and then in the fall we did one online.
Yeah, it would have been. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I might be able to work backwards here. Give me 1 second. This has me.
You can quickly watch all our thousands of videos and find out when the first time you appeared was. It's crazy that we have thousands of videos, though.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I obviously haven't been on. I could just look on the channel, right? Because I started when we were still just the podcast.
Yes.
And then we started the channel on YouTube. And so, when was our first posting?
Oh, wow. Was that 7 years ago? When we started the actual videos?
Has it been that long now?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just looking at videos. I'm going to go to oldest, and it's going to tell me.
Yeah.
No, so the oldest is, it says 5 years ago.
That.
What it says.
Huh.
5 years ago.
I guess that. Well,
it
yeah.
was we were just uploading some of the podcast episodes. So it was just audio. There was no video.
Yeah, there was. And I think there was a couple years we've been doing podcasts only and not even uploading to YouTube, and we backed.
Well, correct. Yeah. When we first started, it was just the podcast. There was no videos at all. So
yeah, it may have been 7 years altogether then. But so 5 years since we started doing YouTube. Wow.
Yep. Correct. And our first big YouTube video was the playthrough of Ankh.
Station Fall was also huge, but
yeah, but that was a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay.
James's unboxing of the Spirit Island board still gets tons of views.
Which is really weird. I should probably take my turn here.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that awful game called... Oh, what's it called? King... I'm blanking. The one where basically, if you're winning, you keep winning.
Oh gosh.
The Great Dalmoody. That gets a lot of views too for some reason. That's awful. I hate that game. James loves it for some reason. Of course, I've only played
I think he loves it because of how much you hate it.
Probably.
Possibly. Of course, I've only played it once, so it's like it's not entirely fair that I say I hate it, but it seems so bad.
It's not that good of a game. Now, it's fun as you're hanging out with friends and you're having some adult pops, and then it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I could see that.
I joined the channel in October of 21.
Okay.
October 21.
So you'd already joined the channel last time I visited, but yeah, just Pennsylvania. I just didn't have time to actually see anybody.
Yeah, like you said, it didn't end up being a very long trip.
It was also like, okay, well, COVID was still sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, we're going to need to limit how much we disagree.
Right.
Oh, of course, it still is sort of a thing, but it's definitely a lot less serious now than it was.
Right. See what Nathan's going to do. Nobody has played a run or a set yet. Everyone's just drawing cards and discarding so far. I think everybody's maybe everybody's playing a little bit closer to the vest on this one.
I mean, if you drop a card that would be useful to me, then
it's also I've only had one turn, so.
Well, that was your what? So that was your second turn then?
That was my first turn.
No,
I think so.
no.
that was your second turn.
I'd gone around the cup. I had done at least two. So
Because your first turn, you drew a card and discarded the 5 of spades. If you scroll down in the chat.
Oh, okay.
It is true. It's in the chat. All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, James asked me to join the channel because it was... I think there was no fall con that year for probably COVID reasons, would be my imagining. So I brought a tanker game to Library Game Day. Nobody played it. Whatever. I ended up playing something with James, and he asked me if I wanted to check out a game or something like that. And next thing I knew, I started devoting my Thursdays to you yahoos, and here I am still.
Here you are still.
And you were definitely a good addition as far as getting another perspective, and none of us knew anything about miniatures games at the time, so like, getting that in.
And look at James now.
He still doesn't know anything about them. He keeps buying them, but he doesn't play them.
True.
That is very true.
I mean, I'm still this. I will play miniature games, but as soon as if you involve a ruler, I'm not interested. I mean, it seems.
Well,
Sorry.
I have a lot that involve grids.
Grids are okay. As long as it's like you're not having to argue about whether that is actually a hit because the ruler is like sort of touching but not touching.
Oh, I don't play with those people. They annoy me too much.
I don't play with those people.
Actually, speaking of miniature games, classic games, Battle Master is a great classic miniature games that I actually enjoyed.
I always wanted to play that and never got a chance.
Well, I have a copy, so...
John also has a copy of that.
Okay, so you don't have to come all the way up here to play it.
Look at Peter go.
I actually still have the same copy I had as a kid. So it's a little bit loved.
The cannon stuff still work, or did the rubber band rot away?
Rubber band? There's no rubber band for it.
Wasn't there? Isn't there like a cannon or something in that?
There is a cannon, but it's you get these tiles you flip for the cannon.
Oh,
no
okay. I
band.
thought it was actually one you actually shot.
No. What was I going to do? I was going to do that. It's not a great...
Don't worry, Peter. I'm going to keep distracting Nathan.
Fantastic.
Oh, I could do all that. It's probably stupid, but I'll do it anyways.
I don't like the fact that Peter only has one card in his hand.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm still doing a stupid thing anyways. Just so I can actually get on the board and start playing this game. But yeah, anyways, the cannon and Battle Masters, you have like a target little disc that you put on your target, and then you have a bunch of randomized discs that you have to like make a path to your target, and you flip them, and they can be like a bounce that will damage something it bounces on, or it can be explosion. If it explodes too close to your cannon, it can damage your cannon. So it's like a little bit of a luck mechanic that never seems to work out well for you.
That's luck for you.
I like the ogre though. The ogre had a deck of cards that had moves and attacks, but every time it took a hit, you lose a card. It'd be random whether it's a move or an attack. Of course, that meant that you take half damage. You could end up with only moves left and not actually be able to do anything with the ogre anymore.
I was breathing heavy while you had your turn there, Peter.
Were ya? Well, it's Nathan's turn now, and I didn't go out, so...
Uh-huh. I gotta start getting rid of cards.
No, you can keep them.
Well, if you play a card I can use, that would help me get rid of cards.
I'm not gonna do that, though. I might have
Well,
to...
run by what you have, and I'll tell you if it's okay or not.
Ooh, that's not good. Didn't want that. Well, I'm gonna meld that. Then what do I get rid of? Let's get rid of that because it's points I don't want on my hand.
Literally getting everything that I don't need.
Right.
Well, there's only 2 suits down, so it's... A lot of things aren't going to work out well for you. Because you can't...
Everyone's holding the same thing.
Probably.
Except for Peter, because he has 2 cards.
Oh, okay. That would be really stupid.
Make them all
That's why I put it. That's why I put it there, Nathan.
just dangle it out there.
He's got the other two in his hand.
Oh, I don't have to take them all. There's actually 3 of them down there.
Yep, there is.
So I will just take those ones.
That's fine.
Just worry about that ace as a 15er.
Yeah, he'll just discard it again.
And then...
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So somebody could take that all.
So I just did the math on that one for you, Nathan.
Yeah.
That was a net 0 turn for you. Because
Well,
you got 6 points for the 2s. You got rid of the ace, and you're still holding the 6, which is worth...
unless I end up using the 6.
True. All right, Evan. What you got for us?
Stuff I could use.
Yay! Good for you.
Oh, nice. And what are you gonna discard?
Everybody's just running on that club set there.
So I'm actually happy with Peter only having 1 card somewhat, because that increases the likeliness of he has to throw a good card that helps me, because he doesn't have many options. And I feel like he threw that 2 because he had something that he thought was more helpful than the 2 for me.
While she's holding on to that 3 of clubs or something, just waiting to...
Oh, no. Did he just go out?
Yes,
Yep.
he did.
Oh, that's bad for me. I lost a bunch of points.
Yes, you did. I have now taken the lead.
Okay.
Hey, I still gain points out of that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, you did.
So let's see if that's true that I can take that even though I can't use it. Okay. Yeah, then let me do that.
Yeah. Interesting.
So is there any crowdfunding games you guys are excited for?
Sorry.
I've got some stuff that I've backed that I'm still waiting for the final versions to come out. I backed MCDM's original role-playing game. That would have been last year. They have just put out the first backer packet, which has like a good big portion of the rule set and a playable scenario. Things are still in flux, though. It's not like the final version of the rules. But I'm excited I've been watching that as they've progressed through the making of the game process, which has been very transparent. They post a lot of stuff about the process, which has been, for me, very fun to watch.
I just got notification, the address verification notification for Creature Caravans, and I'm excited that that's coming soon. Hopefully. And that's a Ryan Lockett game. Right? I believe so. The problem is, like, these Kickstarters, I tend to back them and I kind of forget about them until they actually arrive a lot of times. Especially the ones I have backed right now, because I backed them years ago, except for, I think Creature Caravan is like the most recent of the ones that I backed, and it's coming before.
What's the longest that you ever had to wait for a completion date?
I'm still waiting. Sounds like Iridia, the pass they did their tread, is just finally about to deliver, and I backed that when Dan was still on the channel.
Oh gosh, that's been a while. Okay.
And Dan is a big part of the reason why I backed it.
Interesting. Okay.
That's
It's your here goes.
same
What's it
designer
gonna do?
as Zaya, Legends of the
Oh,
Forces.
okay.
That I can see why then with Dan. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
I think Old King's Crown's what I'm most excited for, just because I really liked our play of that. Watching their community is really cool, so I've really liked that a lot. Longest I've waited is I'm at 5 years now.
Oh no!
For Coalitions from Flanix Games, and they've just got production proofs not that long ago to them.
That is so long.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can't imagine waiting that long. I mean, obviously, if you do it, you do it right, but you don't know going into it that it's going to be that long.
Well, they have a good track record. This is probably one of the longest and worst ones that they've put together. So, and them having so many good positive ones, to have one blip, it just stinks that it's your game, but I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, I do have 2 ones that have been longer, but those are ones I don't think are ever gonna actually...
I don't think one's ever taken more than like 2.5 years for me. Now, again, I don't do board games usually for backing. I only back role-playing games. I did back a video game once. It might have been one of my first backings ever. And that was one of the rare occasions, to my understanding. I backed a video game. They put out the beta version, so everybody got to play the beta version as they were in the process of still fleshing out the game, and then it flopped, so they went ahead and canceled, but they gave everybody their money back.
Good for them. At least they acknowledged people and did the right thing.
Right? No, like I was very appreciative of the whole process. I was like, I got to play the game while it was in beta, so that was fun. I hated it for them that it ended up flopping, right? I hated that because they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've had 2 flops. Both of them were actually miniature ones. One, the designer and the sculptor ended up pointing fingers at each other and nothing came out of it, and it was just a complete disaster. And then the other one, the guy was doing stuff. He put STLs out because his health was turning bad, and then he just kind of upped and disappeared because of health issues, which was a shame. Like, the guy was very transparent about what he was doing, and he was trying his darndest to do this stuff. Like, you felt bad for the guy.
I'm doing stupid again.
Yeah, you keep doing it. That's fine.
We don't mind.
We don't mind at all.
I should really look at how many cards people have in their hands before I do that.
No, you're fine.
I mean, I did get 4 of the cards down already, but still. It's only 29 points. I think is what I got. No, it was 17 points. Oh, you can see it. Okay.
And with 8 cards in your hand, I'm guessing you have more than 17 points in your hand.
Maybe.
Well, unless they were all 2s.
What do I get rid of? Interesting.
Well, Evan and I are both down to one card.
Yeah.
Nathan, you have a whole bunch there that you want to take?
I shouldn't do stupid.
Dude, stupid.
Except there's several things in there I can use.
Well, if it's enough.
But you're playing with fire if you do.
I know. I can use... It'll let me get 1, 2, 3... Well, let me get 6 cards down. And I'd be picking up 4 that I wouldn't be using right away. I can discard one of them.
And you're opening up new avenues for Peter and I to go out.
Please do that. I'd love it.
Which, I mean, is perfectly fine. Right now we're in a bottleneck because there's 2 full sets out. So we were only 3 cards that are playable.
I will do stupid.
Yay! I like it when Nathan plays stupid. Alright, let's see what he's going to put on the board.
What is it?
Got 12 cards. 12 cards. It's awesome. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited now.
More avenues out.
More avenues.
I'm too greedy.
Yep, that's a thing. All right, Evan, is this it? Is this the one you're going to go out on?
No.
You got that other 6 there? You just lay it down? He just laid them out there for you.
Nope.
You know why you didn't have that 6?
Because you got it.
Because I do.
No! And of course I could have taken
I
with 2s as
do.
well. But... And I could have used that ace, I think. At least I still got positive.
All that for 10 points, Nathan.
All right, this could be the last round.
Yep.
See what happens. We're all kind of higher up on the score track at this point.
Any of us can still win, in theory.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get one really good hand.
Although Peter's definitely a lot closer. Well, is it stupid if I do it now?
No, I mean, if you're going to do it now.
Yeah.
That's definitely the time to do it.
I'm also only putting down 2s. Oh.
You at least got to put down that king, because that king was the first one on the board.
Oh, I do have to put down the king. Okay.
If you just want the 2, just pick up the 2.
Yeah, but
you'll get the 2 and the
twos.
ace. Ah.
I'll get...
Yeah, so that king's not going to be there yet. It might still be there next time around. You can pick it up, but...
Yeah. What do I get rid of? I will get rid of this one.
Why do you guys never throw anything I can use?
Because we're cheating.
I think so.
I'm just cheating better than Nathan is.
Mm-hmm. Peter's a professional cheater, right?
Correct. Okay.
I wish you hadn't thrown that.
Why?
Because it makes it less likely people will throw the things I actually want.
Well, that's your own problem.
Oh, that's interesting.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's... Oh, okay. That's an interesting aspect of this game, too. Is like, sometimes you can throw cards that you actually want to keep to get people to throw cards you want them to throw.
Oh, absolutely.
Running a little slow.
Yeah, the game error on me once when I tried to discard.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was just on my end that it was going slow sometimes. So the server's just having a little bit of an issue.
Yep. I
Okay.
just got an error. But it seems
So-
to be
I haven't had an error yet, but I've had a couple times where it went slow. So
So when this game, like, the inevitability of it just dying, it's, that's what's going to happen. That's why I lost.
oh, okay.
So, yeah.
well,
Not because you actually lost, but
No, server issues.
see, the problem is the server has to go back several hundred years in past to actually pull the game so we can play.
all right, Evan, lay down the card I need. I need you to discard the card I need. That'd be
What do you
great. I will tell you in a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
I clicked discard. I'm waiting for it to happen. So you can tell me now.
Yeah, sure. Holy
Was that it?
crap. Yes, it was.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I
That
told
was-
you. You should have just told me.
That was fantastic.
And you're going out?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still,
Oh, wow.
just shy of winning, though. I'm still
But
3 points shy of winning.
I got negative again.
Not as bad as I did.
Yeah. Evan got negative 56 on that one.
Wow.
I needed one here, one there. I was waiting for those cards to come about.
That was awesome.
I had everything working off of the cards that were started out down. The early cards, but nobody threw anything. But the problem is, because they were people saw them, they were less likely to throw them.
Right.
Okay. This could be a good hand for me, or it could go really, really badly. I know which Peter would prefer.
I just got to get me 3 more points.
We got to get him negative points.
I just got to get 3 more points.
Pick everything up. Play like me.
No.
I play this like I play Scrabble. Like Scrabble, I'm more interested in making cool words than actually winning the game.
Scrabble, my philosophy is to fake like that word is actually in the dictionary.
There you go. The way I play Scrabble is that I don't.
Yeah.
I've never really liked Scrabble. The rest of my family pretty much loves it, but I've just never been a Scrabble person.
I kind of dislike it too because that's the frustrating thing. It actually discourages you from having a good vocabulary because the short, simple words often get you a lot more points than anything elaborate. Like the 2-3 letter words can get you tons of points.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about the Finnish guy that memorized the French dictionary, won the Scrabble championship in France, and can't speak French at all?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
Well, my former neighbor used to actually have a printout of all the 2 and 3 letter words and have that beside her while she was playing. It's like, isn't that cheating?
Yes, that would be cheating.
Like defeats the whole point of the game.
Oh, Peter's got 24 on the board. He might win.
Okay, I'm going to be smarter.
Yeah, now's the time to start that.
And it worked out really well for me.
There you go.
Because I drew an ace.
Yeah. Sometimes you get the cards you need. Sometimes Evan gives them to you.
Sometimes. Guess what, Nathan?
You got another ace?
I, too, Drew an ace.
Nice. Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Peter's making noises.
Making terrible, awful noises.
Does that qualify as board game ASMR?
Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild ASMR.
Every time I make that noise, though, I can only think of the NPC people, village people in everybody's favorite block building game.
Ah.
Oh, he got a 4.
Should I tempt you guys? Yeah, I think I'll tempt you guys.
Yeah, tempt us, come on. Oh, buddy, so tempting.
Should I do it? Should I do it?
No, you shouldn't do it. Peter needs to do it.
I'm not doing it. Poor James is going to have to watch all this to edit it.
You know, I don't mind editing when I'm not in the show. It's like, when I'm in it, it's like, oh, I see all the mistakes I make. And it's like, oh. And it's just disconcerting. But I hope I don't make as many mistakes in like physical games, but I think it's the distraction of having all the digital stuff. Especially when I'm teaching.
Like last night.
Teaching's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching games, especially not in person, I find to be difficult. In person's hard enough still for me, teaching a game, but because I have to really feel comfortable with it.
Yeah. And I'm not the kind that plays games 20 or 30 times very often. So I'm rarely comfortable with the rules. I'll usually play the game 4 or 5 times and then it goes away for a couple of years.
We're doing it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Look at that. 15 cards in hand.
That was supposed to be Peter.
That was a lot.
Peter needs to be negative.
I love it. Oh, look at all the cards. Look at all the cards.
Chances are Peter's getting enough to win. I don't think with 4 cards, I don't think he has enough points in his hand to be negative.
I have to get over Nathan, but the only way I'm going to do that is by taking this large chunk.
I mean, you played 6 cards, so that was nice.
Oops.
So.
Peter's going to throw another jack. Or something useful. Just to tempt us. Right, Peter? Interesting.
We'll see.
But I'm trying to remember what all Evan has in his hand now.
Oh, good luck with that, man. There's a lot of cards he picked up.
Mm-hmm. Promise, I think most of what I have in my hand is potentially useful for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's one way to find out. Start throwing them out there and see if I take them.
But I only know for sure he has 1 card adjacent to the number.
I hate it because I haven't really had a chance to play any more cards in a bit. I've mostly just been drawing and discarding. I haven't had an actual card to play in a while.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, Nathan. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that sounded rough just now. I don't know what happened. What happened, Nathan?
Yeah, what happened, Nathan?
Share your woes with us.
Well, you know what? I will do it because I think I'm okay throwing this.
Oh, well.
Because the Ace of Hearts is gone, and I don't think the Jack is out. The other Jack. Unless Peter has it. Which would be bad. On the flip side of that, there is picking up a fair number of cards.
Sure.
But it's a lot of points.
This was definitely one of those games that looks like it was going to go... Hands were going to go quick, and then it just... Ooh, Peter took a lot of cards.
Mm-hmm. But he's getting a lot of points. What does he get rid of? Interesting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ebb and flow to this whole game of Rummy. Each one of us, I think each one of us have been in the lead at a different time.
I shouldn't have melded that.
Are you okay, Nathan?
He's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake. Based on the next card that Peter discards.
No idea why I've been holding on to that too.
Because it's a low point card. It's not going to hurt to get stuck with it, probably.
Oh, interesting.
So whatever Nathan thought was going to happen apparently didn't happen. Oh no!
Oh dear.
Is this good? Is this a good thing? Maybe.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Maybe this helps Evan? The deck's getting low, too. The deck is down to 8 cards.
It's going to get to a point people are going to start throwing cards they don't really want to.
Right?
That's been happening already, and that is a perfect play because the reason why I was reacting like that is because I had
finally get that Jack?
King. So, meld. Because I picked up the King, and I had to discard the King, but I already had the Jack. And the 9. So I had this nice... Once the thing actually goes... huge amount of points I just got. Come on. Try again. There we go. Then I discard the 5 and I'm out.
Nice.
But it doesn't matter. Peter still wins.
But
yes,
that's great.
But it was a much closer game because of that huge amount of points I just got.
Yeah, 104 points, man. All I got was 15 that round. So
we trounced Evan though.
Yeah, he was in the end pretty far behind at that point. So
yeah.
So, but again, so here we are playing an old classic card game. Not something we normally do here on the channel. But I enjoyed the ebb and flow that came with Rummy there. I think each of us was in the lead at one point or another, or pretty close to it. So it's just a basic game, but there's still fun to be had.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Despite being dumb. Well, I guess that wraps it up. I think we're done for the day, right?
Yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed just watching us play some pretty low-key card games. Hadn't played Hearts or Rummy in quite a while. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. It's always fun playing games with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Nathan, go enjoy your not round ball game.
No, that's Evan.
Evan,
That's me.
sorry.
Yeah.
Evan, not round ball game.
And for all the viewers, like and subscribe if you want to see more of Peter.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Wait, phrasing.
Oh,
Phrasing.
Oh,
I'll try to be around more often.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that works.
All right. See you guys later. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.